How did Juan Soto secure the biggest contract in sports history? Today we're going to dive into a story that's so incredible it'll leave you speechless. How Juan Soto, a young kid from the Dominican Republic, went from being an unknown prospect to securing the biggest contract in sports history. But this story isn't just about a massive paycheck. It's about raw talent, relentless determination, and breaking records that many thought were impossible to touch. Trust me, you won't want to miss this journey, so let's break it down from the very beginning. Juan Jose Soto Pacheco was born on October 25th, 1998 in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. Growing up, Juan was surrounded by baseball. His father, a former catcher in a local league, instilled a love for the game in him early on. In fact, many of the Dominican Republic's greatest baseball stars, from David Ortiz to Vladimir Guerrero Jr., were young kids in neighborhoods just like the one Soto grew up in, making baseball feel like second nature. From the start, Soto's talents were undeniable. By the age of 16, he had already become a standout player in the Dominican Summer League. The Washington Nationals took notice and offered him a $1.5 million signing bonus to join their ranks as an international free agent in 2015. This wasn't just a typical signing. Soto quickly established himself as one of the top prospects in the minors with an impressive batting average and elite plate discipline. His rise through the minors was meteoric, and scouts were already calling him a future star. In 2016, Soto's bat started to catch attention at an even higher level, as he posted insane stats in the minors. By 2017, his raw talent was undeniable. He was destined for greatness, and the stage was set for his big break. It was only a matter of time before the world would see what this young player was capable of. Fast forward to 2018, and Juan Soto made his major league debut at just 19 years old. Most players at that age are still working their way up the ranks, but Soto was already stepping onto the field like he'd been in the big leagues for years. Soto's incredible plate discipline at such a young age set him apart. He finished his rookie season with a .292 batting average, 22 home runs, and 70 RBIs, finishing second in the National League Rookie of the Year voting. His ability to stay calm and collected at the plate, paired with his natural hitting ability, earned him comparisons to some of the greatest hitters of all time. People were starting to realize that Soto wasn't just a young star, he was the future of the game. In fact, some of the game's legends, including Ted Williams, were used as comparisons for his uncanny ability to read pitchers and maintain an exceptional eye for the strike zone. That kind of comparison shows just how extraordinary Soto's talents were at such a young age. The baseball world was on notice. Juan Soto was something special. 2019 was the year Soto truly arrived as a superstar. After a strong regular season, the Washington Nationals made a deep playoff run to their first ever World Series title. Soto's performance throughout the postseason was nothing short of legendary. He played a crucial role in leading the Nationals to the championship, showcasing not only his incredible batting skills, but also his ability to rise to the occasion when it mattered most. In the World Series, Soto's clutch moments made headlines. He hit 5 home runs during the postseason and put up a stellar 400+ on-base percentage. Perhaps the most iconic moment of that run came in Game 1 of the World Series, where Soto launched a huge home run off Houston Astros ace Garrett Cole, announcing to the world that this 20-year-old had no fear of the biggest stage in baseball. The Nationals went on to win the World Series in 7 games, and Soto's incredible clutch hitting helped secure the team's first ever title. He became the 4th youngest player in MLB history to hit a home run in the World Series, proving that his breakout wasn't a fluke. It was just the beginning of what would be a legendary career. His 2019 season didn't just put him on the map, it solidified his spot as one of the best players in the league, ever. Now, let's get to the part that shocked everyone. Soto's decision to turn down a 15-year, $440 million contract extension from the Washington Nationals in 2022. That was the largest offer in MLB history at the time, and Soto walked away from it. Now, why would he do that? The answer comes down to one thing: confidence. Soto bet on himself. He knew his worth and understood that a contract that size, while enormous, didn't reflect what he felt he could eventually earn in the market. His reasoning was simple. By waiting and continuing to produce at a high level, he could secure an even bigger deal down the line. Now, this was a bold, risky move that made headlines across the sports world. Everyone from fans to analysts were wondering if Soto had made a huge mistake or if he was playing his cards perfectly. This moment was more than just about money. It was about positioning himself as one of the best in the world, setting a new precedent for how athletes should value themselves. In August 2022, with contract talks at a standstill, the Nationals decided to trade Soto. They knew they had a generational talent, but they also knew they needed to get value in return before he could potentially walk away in free agency. The San Diego Padres came in with a massive offer, sending multiple top prospects and veteran players to Washington to acquire Soto. The Padres were in win-now mode, with stars like Fernando Tatis Jr. and Manny Machado already on their roster. Soto was the missing piece they needed to push him over the top. For Soto, it was a fresh start, a new chapter chapter in his career that would ultimately set the stage for his enormous payday. In San Diego, Soto continued to deliver. Despite batting some injuries, his numbers remained elite, including a .401 on-base percentage in 2023, proving that he was still one of the best hitters in the game. The Padres were eager to make a run for the World Series, and Soto was their ace in the hole. After the 2023 season, baseball world was in shock. The Yankees got Juan Soto in a blockbuster trade with the Padres. He spent a year with the Yankees and was literally the best hitter on the team, better than Aaron Judge, and was leading the league in so many different statistics. So Soto literally broke baseball in 2024, but now he's a free agent. It was clear that the bidding war would be historic. Teams across baseball, including the New York Yankees, Los Angeles Dodgers, and the New York Mets were all vying for his services. But what happened next was jaw-dropping. The Yankees reportedly offered Soto a 16-year, $760 million deal. It was a huge offer, but it wasn't enough. Enter Steve Cohen in the New York Mets. Cohen, who has shown that he's willing to spend big to win, made an offer that no one could refuse. A 15-year, $765 million contract. This deal, with a $75 million signing bonus and various incentives, shattered records. Soto's contract wasn't just the biggest in baseball history, it became the largest contract in sports history, surpassing deals in the NFL, NBA, and other major leagues. The Mets had pulled out all these stops to secure one of the game's brightest stars, and they had succeeded. Juan Soto's $765 million contract has changed the landscape of professional sports. It's a deal that not only rewards Soto for his past accomplishments, but also signals the future of player contracts. It's a massive statement by the Mets, signaling their intention to build a championship contender for years to come. Soto's incredible plate discipline, power, and clutch hitting makes him a player worth investing in for the long haul. For Soto, this contract cements his legacy as one of the greatest players of his generation. It's not just about the money, it's about the way he has reshaped how young players think about their worth. By turning down $440 million, Soto has inspired a new generation of athletes to demand more and challenge traditional contract norms. This deal is a testament to what can happen when you believe in your abilities and bet on yourself, something that is becoming more common in the sports world. Juan Soto's story is one of risk, reward, and ultimately a revolution in the way athletes approach their careers. And there you have it, the epic story of how Juan Soto went from a kid in the Dominican Republic to the richest player in sports history. This story isn't just about baseball, it's about believing in yourself, knowing your worth, and being willing to take risks to secure your future. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and stick around for more unbelievable sports stories.